Hello, everyone. I'd like to call the regularly scheduled WPCA meeting here. And is there any changes or any amendments to the agenda which was posted? Hearing none, I would like to move on to the approval of the July 15th, 2026 minutes here. Can I get a motion? I'm going to probably need a motion from the phone. Thank you, Christina.
Making a motion to approve.
Yep. Thank you. Any questions, comments? Hearing none, could I get a vote for all in favor of approval?
Aye.
1, 2, Ron, and I approve too. Okay, I approve.
Abstain.
Okay. Got that? Good. We're good. Okay. Moving on to item number 3, old business. To hear, consider, and act on a sewer connection request for a proposed mixed-use commercial redevelopment looking at 2131 Black Rock Turnpike and 414 Stilson Road. This was previously heard on June 17th, 2026. Is there anyone?
We have representatives for the applicant here this evening.
Yeah, so I'm Brian Carey with Land Tech, representing the applicant. With me is Mark Andre, who's the architect on the project. We were here back in, I think it was May or June. Basically presented a report. Wright Pierce stated that they wanted a couple more monitoring locations, downgrading, because we were using data from 2024 on another project. We had since installed meters. We got lucky. There was 2 rainstorms, pretty much the quickest we've ever had it, within a month in July. So we're back quicker than we imagined, which is good for the project to keep it moving forward. We did provide an updated report. It did basically confirm our findings from the original report. There is, so that has been submitted and included. Probably more than you were hoping for, but that being said, Wright Pierce, Dennis Divert, the town's consultant, did review it. We have in the record is a copy of their review of our updated report, and basically they're recommending approval, and we have take no exceptions with the report and the findings that for that. So that being said, we just asked for an approval, and we'll be on our merry way.
Thank you. Thanks for updating the
Yep, no
flow
problem.
analysis. Any questions, comments? I'll start here first. None? Any online there? So can I have a motion, please?
Can I clarify a question? How
Yep.
many square feet is the development?
It's about 25,000 each.
What's your gallons, what's your maximum gallons per day?
So the maximum gallon coming out of the facility, hold on one second, is, so with the peaking factor, it's 40,000, figured in at 40,696. So I think if you divide that by 4, I think the proposed development is 7,100 gallons per day.
Okay.
So I would put approx 7,000.
So we did, not to get too in the weeds, we did deduct the existing flow out of there. So the new development flow, including the existing flow, is 7,010 gallons a day, 7,100 gallons a day. Yep.
Sorry, just clarify that. That's new, that's combined flow
Correct.
with every, kind of with.
So we did also, as requested, we did also include the proposed flows for 222 Stilson Road,
Yes.
which has still not been included, but is in the same watershed. So we did attach that to the calculations that we did. So these are very conservative.
And then just for clarification, I guess more on our side, there is that the INI is going to be calculated on the new, how's the INI calculated on the new flow that we do?
For commercial, right?
For commercial.
That's how our INI abatement policy was revised back in November
Correct.
2024.
So this approval is going to be for the maximum daily flow of that, but then when we
Minus.
calculate the INI, it's going to be
Minus.
low, minus,
Correct.
okay. Okay, so we're just,
Existing.
yeah, correct.
Okay.
So I generally, as part of the report, I generally do, I know it's up to you guys, but I do generally do an INI calculation as an appendix in the report. So it is in there.
Yeah, okay. No, I just want to make sure, at least when we just have a discussion about that, so that at least there's no confusion.
And we're not, as part of the motion, we don't typically
No, we don't.
indicate what
we
the
don't.
amount's going to be
No.
until the, at the time.
Okay.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion. I make a motion to allow the proposed development at 2131 Black Rock Turnpike and 414 Stilson Road, comprised of approximately 25,000 square feet of commercial space for each of the two buildings, with an estimated average daily flow of approximately 7,100 gallons per day to connect to the Fairfield sewer system. This approval will be valid for 2 years from today. After 2 years, the applicant must reapply for an extended approval. If an extension time is requested, the WPCA at its sole discretion may require an updated sewer capacity analysis. The applicant will be required to pay the INI fees in effect at the time that the permits are issued, and the fixed INI will be waived for the project.
Just want to make sure.
Are you're all set with them? You're all set?
I would like to strike the part about being waived that was related to a different case.
Oh, thank you.
So, final sentence, the applicant will be required to pay the INI fees in effect at the time the permits are issued.
And I think, can we just have a clarification on the square footage, if you may?
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's not combined, 25,000.
Per building, 25,000.
Perfect,
Yeah,
yeah.
25,000 each is the,
Perfect.
so if we could just make sure the minutes reflect 25,000 each or approximately 50,000 combined, I'd like to submit that motion.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second that.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Abstain? None? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
And thank you for all your help.
Okay, moving on to item number 4, new business, there is none. John and Michelle, are we taking item 5, operational status updates?
I'm going to start off with the monthly bypass report, which is rather extensive. Well, we're going to start on July 3rd at 880 South Benson Road, which is Jennings Beach Pavilion, the night of the fireworks. There was quite a few people. There was quite a bit of business done. That line is in it's rather old and flat, so the line did clog up with rags from all the use. It started around 9:30 p.m. And we cleared it about midnight. There was a little bit of trouble of getting the guys down there because the police had everything blocked off and said, yeah, right, you're going to the, yeah.
I saw the pumper truck go down, it looked really nice.
Thanks.
It was like 11 o'clock, it was
Yes, it was
cruising
good.
in, I said, look, there's the new pumper truck. Yeah, we're good.
We did that for your benefit.
I liked it.
So we bypassed a total of 75 gallons. It was reported to the state as it normally is. Moving on to the 21st of July, we had that big rain in a short amount of time. Bypassing started around 1 p.m. on the 21st. It ended around midnight on the 22nd. We lost about 1,950 gallons. A breakdown, 114 Brentwood, 500 gallons, 119 Berwick, 500, 124 Haley, 750, 52 Woodside Avenue, 100, 187 Rutland, 100. It wasn't so much the amount of rain, it was the amount of rain and the amount of time that it fell. Again, that was reported to the state as it normally is. On 8/3, we had another big dump of rain. Bypass started around 8:45 a.m. and ended at 12:30 that night. 750 gallons at 124 Haley. And finally, on August 12th, at 195 Bailey Road, we had a backup of about 150 gallons due to a rag blockage in the line. It did end up in the homeowner's basement. Start time was 9:15 a.m. It ended around 10:30. The crew did report that, as bad as it was for the homeowner, they were very cordial and very appreciative, so the crew appreciated that as well. I will just follow up with all the bypasses in the road. It did scour the lines of all the grease. It ended up at the plant. The amount of grease that came in hit a conveyor that brings the rags from the second floor to the first floor. With all that grease and all the moving parts, it kind of wrecked it. So we are in the process of obtaining the parts and getting that back online. But as I said, everything that happens like that is all reported to the state, and they know.
Is that our new conveyor?
No, this is 1995.
Okay. And then what, the Haley Avenue, that was on twice?
Twice. Most of the bypassing occurs from the new train station northward. It's the old East Trunk, which runs along 95 and up that way. So that's a typical area for it to bypass.
Thank you.
Yep.
Was there anything further on operational status?
No, sir.
Updates there. Okay. Moving on, we'll go to item number 6, capital improvement project updates. Number 1, East Trunk Line.
This gives some very high-level updates for these top 5 priority projects that are currently active with us. East Trunk Line, we have completed the Ash Creek crossing, so the in-water work. The contractor's sub is in the process of removing piles. And we've started the connection into Kennard. Interesting part of that work is that's the piece that had been held up to the Connecticut Deep permit to allow construction dewatering wastewaters, the groundwater, to be received at our facility for treatment because the groundwater was found to contain PFAS. We have installed a PFAS treatment system, activated carbon. We've just started running that system. We've taken the first sample and we're waiting for the analytical results to be received so we could see what that looks like, see how our treatment system is performing for us under that permit.
So then when it goes through like a carbon filter, then goes back into our lines?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not being stored, it's not kind of being stored at all, it's just going right through?
Right.
A lot of water coming through?
You know, I don't know what our discharge flow rate. Originally, we were anticipating like 6,000 gallons per day, but I know as part of our permit application, we increased that significantly to take into account, what we would think the highest flow would be. So I don't know what our current discharge flow rate is from that treatment.
But you're not seeing any issues down the lines or anything?
We haven't recently.
Probably cleans the lines out too a little bit.
You know what, the groundwater, the concentrations of PFAS in the untreated groundwater were no different than what we're seeing in what we had been seeing in the influent to our treatment works.
Huh. Okay. Thank you.
That's East Trunk Line current status. Fairfield Beach Road Pump Station and Force Main public outreach memorandum. The second public outreach memorandum was issued this past month to the residents in those 2 RTM districts most impacted by that project. And the memorandum was also shared with this commission. It was to provide an update as to where the architectural evaluation landed that was performed by Geddes Architects over the past several months. That final report out is posted on the WPCU's website. It's publicly available. It's also shared with the commission. And right now, the project is with the permitting authorities. So we're waiting for comments to come back, both local permitting authorities. We were on town plan and zoning last week. We were on the agenda, but their agenda was running long that meeting. So we'd be been deferred to, I think it's September 8th now to be heard. And then we're also waiting for Connecticut Deep to get back to us. So that's where we're at with the pump station.
How's the public comment been?
I have to say, I have not received any comments after the second public outreach memorandum.
And that's been sent to the RTM, the local RTMs and all that?
Correct. Yeah, it was also, a link was provided in the town newsletter as well.
Okay. And this isn't going to be a surprise to anyone, Christina, when this gets start, or just so at least we're not caught on the back end there of.
We're also going to have a public meeting as well before, once design is nearing completion or at completion,
Yeah.
before construction initiates. So there's going to be in-person
More,
opportunities.
okay.
Yeah, these memorandums are being shared to address comments and questions that we've been receiving along the way in a formal way, and to provide progress updates as we proceed, because it has been such a long timeline for this project.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And we've communicated out the way that we can. We can't say that no one's going to not be surprised because,
Yeah,
you know, but
We're doing,
we've used the tools that we can to get the information
Right.
out,
that's great, thank
and
you.
we'll continue to do so.
Thanks, Christine. Moving on to the Mill River Pump Station's force main. We have completed the investigation work with National Water Main Cleaning Company. We're able to use that data to inform where we're moving forward with the design. And we previously hired Beta Group as the design engineering firm. We hired them spring of last year. We've put those services on hold while we obtained more data to inform their design services. So we're at the part, we've had a meeting with Beta, and we have a proposal drafted up with them that we expect to enter into within the next month, and we'll be moving forward on the design services. Design services will be inclusive not only evaluating the lining system that National Water Main Cleaning Company has recommended to us as a result of their investigation findings, but Beta will also help us determine what the best path forward will be in determining, we have the two force mains there, the current active and the spare, if it's in the town's best interest to maintain both of those force mains, or to, moving forward, put one out of service, discontinue it. We're not going to rehabilitate it at that time, and just move forward with using the one force main. So those are the decisions that Beta is going to help us work through as this part of the services. And you
Any
can
questions?
ask me questions at any time, because I'm just going to keep moving forward through these. We have the next phase of our inflow and infiltration. Big push on that, feeding off of the work we performed in phase 5. We are using the services of Wright Pierce once again to continue this work under our existing contract we have with that firm for I&I rehab and repair. We have a kickoff meeting with Wright Pierce next Tuesday. I think they've already actually have the design work mostly completed, and we're preparing to go out to bid for that work in the fall. We're hoping that we have a winter that is kind to us, and we're actually able to start on some of this work before spring, but we'll see. And then finally, Center Street Force Main. This, although is currently an authorized project, we haven't actually put this project out to bid yet. We have performed preliminary design work with Ty and Bond. That was completed in 2020, early 2025. We've been sitting on this partly because of in-house services and the number of capital projects that we're actively currently working through, but we're also making operational improvements to the pump station during this period of time. And so we've completed the installation of 2 new replacement pumps at this pump station, which will benefit us in the near term while we work to address the integrity of the force main. So we're going to actually, similar to what we're doing with the Mill River pump station and force main, we're going to tackle the force main first because the force main has already had instances of failure. It's high risk. It's challenging. It'll be challenging for us to perform a bypass in the case the force main fails again. We've experienced this before, and we've worked with, again, Wright Pierce in coming up with a contingency plan for the failure of that main. And it will not only be a significant expenditure for us to address that failure, but for our residents in Southport, it's also going to be a challenge to be able to just work through a bypass that's enduring for any period of time of that main. So we're putting that forth as a project this spring. We have congressionally directed spending award money of $900,000 to address this project. We're going to use that on addressing the force main, and we're actually working with the town's grants manager to put together a work plan. I've already met with EPA to help us along that. So just wanted to give an update because that project has sat dormant since it was authorized last spring.
Great, thank you.
Any questions about any of the project report outs this evening?
No questions. Thank you very much. Moving on to item number 7, public comment or anything else. Any public comment that I see here? Seeing none on the board, hearing none here. I'd like
One update, just a reminder. So just a reminder for the commission and members of the community who may be in attendance this evening that this commission is holding our public rate hearing on September 2nd at 7 p.m. It will be a fully virtual public hearing, and the meeting information is currently already posted on the WPCA Board of Commissioners website with the meeting links. This will also be posted in the Fairfield Citizen this Friday and also will be posted at the town clerk's office.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. Hearing or seeing nothing else, I'd like someone to make a motion to adjourn.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Second, Christina. All in favor?
Bye.
Great. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Very nice. Thank you.